We are in Canada.
Good morning. We are headed to Canada. We stayed at the Cranberry Islands for a good jumping off place. Check it out. It's really cute. We set our alarms for 4 o'clock so that we could get ready to go before it became light. But it was so dark that we waited till 4:30, and now it's 5:30. And look at this. It's light out. We had to make sure it was light because we're still looking for crab pots. There's no way to avoid them if you can't see them. Where are we going?
Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Yarmouth, Nova Scotia.
It's been quite the thing to get ready for this. We needed charts for Canada, and we got the charts sent to us, but we couldn't get them installed. And we spent 2-3 days trying to get them installed, and now we can install them, but every time we turn off the computer, they go away. So we have to install them every time we turn on the computer. Other thing that happened was insurance. Our insurance only went up to Maine, and we wanted to go up to Canada. So even yesterday, we were still at 5 o'clock trying to get our insurance document. First document they sent to us didn't include the change, even though they billed us and sent us the document, they forgot to put the change on it. So we had to go back and get the change made to it. But we are now covered for Canada. We also wanted to put on the soft start. We thought we had that arranged. We talked to the person who was going to put it on, and he was working with us really nicely to get to the boat to do it. And then the day that we were going to do it, we found out that he had a used one. And Eric did not like that idea at all, so that did not get put on the boat. It's been a week of just trying to make things work and facilitate them happening. It's been a lot of fun, so we are anxious and excited to get to Canada. These lobster boats were out here at 4 o'clock this morning. These guys know how to get up and start working. Look at this pretty day.
Today we are leaving Cranberry Harbor. We're going across the Gulf of Maine, and we're arriving in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia.
Predict wind is showing less than 5 knots, maybe 5 knots of wind out here. It's around noon. We're getting maybe 10 knots, maybe. We should be out in here by now, and that's 2 o'clock. 3, 4, 5. So it should be a good day. The trip is going to take us about 12 and a half hours. That's why we had to get up so early. The sun's pretty cool.
So here's what it's looking like. We're about 17 miles into roughly 100 nautical mile passage from Mount Desert Island, Raspberry Harbor to Yarmouth, all the way up into Yarmouth Harbor. And looks like we're going to run into some fog. Going to be glad when we get out of the hot buoy zone. It's been kind of a deal to drive the boat around in pots here in Maine. And that's what we're looking at. We're at 83 nautical miles to go, and we're supposed to get in about 4:50 p.m. this evening. Got to clear customs, put a quarantine flag up here after a bit, and talk about the time we see these pots disappear. They don't fish in Canada. They don't lobster fish in Canada during the summertime. Anyway, kind of nice. Everything's working. Everything's running. We're going about 8.9 knots. And kicked up the RPMs to 1,700 RPMs, running a little harder today than we typically do. Probably not a bad thing for the engine.
We are a couple hours into it, and now this is all we see. We just see water.
You can see the mountain or the USA behind us, though.
Ah.
Still see it.
Distin's enjoying herself. Yep, you can still see the mountains. You still see the mountains back there for the USA. I am going to fix some breakfast for us.
We are still in the breakfast taco phase.
Eric's now turning on the generator and starting the water maker because I want to take a shower. We are really low on water again. It is just a beautiful day out here. It's so nice to be driving and not have to worry about crap pots. It just makes it so much more enjoyable. This is the only boat we've seen. It's a fast ferry going 36 knots.
We finally see some whales. Eric is driving again. He was taking a nap when I hit something. It was a loud thud, and I swear, at first I thought it was a whale, then I thought it was a shark, and then I wasn't sure what it was, but I saw a little face right before I hit it, and I felt horrible. I did a little scream, and he came running up. So now Eric is driving.
That's like, look at that. That's it. What is that? Eric, that was it. I don't know what it is, but that was it. That's what I hit.
I hit a sunfish, or a mola. It's a very bizarre looking big fish. I had been noticing the fins sticking up and thought maybe they were sharks, but they weren't, and there was no way I could avoid this one that popped in front of me. Thank goodness we saw more, because Eric wasn't believing my story. Although we've had Starlink for several years, we've never put it on ocean mode, and we wanted to test that out for this trip. Some have reported that there's a two-step verification process for switching to ocean mode, and we were concerned how this would affect us, so we wanted to try this. I made sure that we were logged into the app before we left. To find ocean mode, first you click on your account, which is that little person up there on the right. Our subscription is Roam Unlimited, which allows us ocean mode, so we go ahead and select the next screen. We then select data usage to get to the next screen. The next screen has the ocean mode toggle, so we went ahead and toggled that on, and we immediately received a message stating that we would have ocean mode in 15 minutes. We were not required to do the two-step authentication. The app allowed us to keep track of how much gigabytes we were using, and it was pretty easy to monitor. We did make sure that our computers and iPads were off so that we wouldn't update in the background. We just toggled off ocean mode once we were within 12 miles of land. It's nice knowing that we have this option and that it works now.
We can see Canada. We had passed the line that we needed to call in to let them know we're on our way, so we did that. Now we're going to go to the dock and call them again. Eric is out there. He's putting the fenders, tying them off so that will make it easier for me. We have a mess of documentation back here. It's been a pretty good ride, except for that little thing where I hit some poor fish. Eric got all the fenders ready and I'm putting the lines out. Look at this day. Kind of flat. Not like British Columbia at all. So we're turning to go down the channel to where the marina is that we're going to stay at. Brothers Marina, which is right past the ferry terminal. And we are going to tie up right in front of that N55 there.
We left Cranberry Harbor around 5:30 a.m. We traveled 100 nautical miles. It took us about 11.4 hours. We arrived in Yarmouth around 4:30, and we had a 1 hour time difference. After that long day, it was nice that we could just walk up to Rudder's, which was a seafood restaurant right up from the marina. It was a pretty nice little restaurant, pretty good ambiance. Eric had the lobster mac and cheese. I had the poutine since we just got to Canada, but I was disappointed there weren't any cheese curds. And also, we couldn't take the dogs. Even though they had outdoor seating, no dogs were allowed.
Wow, good morning from Canada. Just crawled out of bed. It's kind of nice to enjoy the nice, cool, moist air. It's nice. People are up and going. The birds are going. Looks like they're busy on the boat in front of us. We are headed up to the superstore here in Canada, and I'm hoping it's like the one in Campbell River. We really like that one. We are at Killam Brothers Docks, and we're gonna go see what the laundry room looks like to see if that might make life a little easier today. They have a nice little place to hang out. Here's the marina office. Nice people here. Okay, so the laundry is actually inside the restrooms. Okay, so now we know where the laundry is. Cute little town. Headed to the superstore. We decided to come up to Main Street, kind of see what's up here.
We went up to Main Street, took a right onto Parade, took a left onto Pleasant Street, and then another right onto Stars Road, where we found lots of big stores.
By the time you get up to Star Street, or where the grocery stores are, there's quite a few stores. There's even a Napa around here. We went into an auto store and found that out. There's a little mall. They have a Running Man grocery mart, Dollarama. Of course, there's a Tim Hortons, and then a regular grocery store over here. We're going to continue on to the supermarket. Another dollar store. And we've made it to our destination, the Atlantic Superstore. I'm going to see if it's anything like Campbell Rivers. We got a Walmart and a Staples and a Canadian Tire over there. So we'll go check it out. Superstore means superstore. There is a fresh produce area, a Joe's Bar, fresh bar, fish, deli, bakery, several long lines of frozen. Here's the meat section. It's just, I don't know why I brought Eric though. That was silly. This always gets confusing to me. It's not half and half, so that's 35%, but they call it whipping cream. 18% is coffee cream, or I can get a 10%. So if we usually do 50-50, I would think it'd be the 35, but don't know. We're just gonna get one and see how it turns out. I think I did okay. He said If it's not too heavy, we can just walk back. Otherwise, we have to take a taxi. So I took 1 milk back. But I think I'm doing okay here. Although the superstore was great, some of the produce wasn't as fresh as what I'd like. So I am now in the regular supermarket. And it's looking pretty good. Also, enchilada sauce is kind of difficult to find. We can make our own, but... Okay, peppers. Peppers right here. We're gonna try this little trail. Looks like it heads back down to the boat. Like that, and we don't have to go through traffic. Be kind of nice. Kind of a busy area, but it sure gets you what you need, and it is walking distance. It's less than 2 miles to get up here.
Instead of the busy Pleasant Street, we took the trail and then took a left onto Parade and just backtracked our way down Main Street and back to the boat.
This is much prettier than all those roads with traffic. Yeah. That's where we came from. And now we're back to the streets. Oh well, it was nice. Nice while it lasted?
Yep, it was great. Too much, much graffiti. Cemetery up on that hill.
Okay, we're back at the boat. We hauled all this stuff back from the grocery store, about 2 miles. Now, I need to clean the bathroom while we have a lot of water, maybe do some laundry, and give the dog a bath. And hopefully we're going to be done in time for dinner. We get to see stuff, but there's a lot of work that goes on when we're at Dock 2.
So this is the fast ferry Alakai, more commonly known as the Cat. It's a high-speed ferry that connects Bar Harbor, Maine with Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Alakai means sea path in the Hawaiian language. She originally started service in the Hawaiian Islands. She was built in 2007 by Austal, USA, and she's a U.S. flagged boat, ship yet, with the Norfolk home port. She is 349 feet long, so she is a ship, a passenger capacity of roughly 866 people. Vehicle capacity between 200 and 282 cars, depending upon the configuration. She goes 35 knots and makes the crossing in about 3.5 hours. And you want to keep an eye out for her when you're making the cross across Maine, and just make sure that you're out of her way. It's a seasonal route. The Cat operates between mid-May and mid-October. Departs from Yarmouth at 9:30. We were told to just kind of wait. We were about ready to leave and said it'd probably be better if just we waited until she got out of the channel and we could affect our departure. The other thing to note about the crossing is that the weather can affect the schedule of the Cat and can lead to schedule modifications and or cancellations. And so here's a story of a fatal accident involving this catamaran. September 4th, 1998, in thick fog, Yarmouth Harbor, Nova Scotia. The fast catamaran was preparing to depart for Bar Harbor, Maine. Close by was a 17-meter stern trawler, Lady Megan II. She was inbound after fishing from a fishing trip on the Georges Bank. Both vessels were using radar to navigate. About 11:35 p.m., the two vessels made radio contact and initially agreed on a place to pass south of Bug Light. The fishing vessel later changed its plan and told the ferry it would instead go around Bug Light and hold to the east side of the channel so the ferry could pass. The ferry acknowledged the change and began to maneuver. Moments later, in dense fog and at very close range, the Lady Megan II crossed the channel and collided with the ferry at the western edge of the main channel. Because of the catamaran's hull design, the fishing vessel did not simply glance off. The Lady Megan II became trapped partly underneath the ferry's underside, and its wheelhouse collapsed on impact. The fishing vessel was eventually pulled free, but the skipper of the Lady Megan II had suffered fatal injuries and was later pronounced dead. Two crew survived with minor injuries. The Transportation Safety Board's investigation concluded that the collision occurred because the fishing vessel crossed into the ferry's path instead of keeping to the originally agreed place of passing, and that the vessel did not reduce speed when conditions had changed. The investigation also noted radar limitations in the confined bend of the channel. This is the Yarmouth channel, and the effect of the side lobe echoes that likely made the ferry difficult to define on the fishing vessel's radar. The report noted that the ferry did not explicitly challenge the revised passage plan. These factors together contributed to the accident. I guess I'd say I've seen those side lobes on radar when you're in close proximity to the land, and they could hide a boat or a ship in this case so that you wouldn't see it. So beware. The other thing we were told was that the ferry takes two 8,000-gallon tanker trailers of fuel to make the passage between Bar Harbor and Yarmouth. And she also makes quite a surge when she comes into the bay. You can feel your boat going up and down because of how much water she's moving. Anyway, pretty impressive ship. Would like to make that passage. That would be kind of cool to make that passage someday.
Okay, here's Eric, and he has, what did you do, the lobster roll?
Hot lobster roll in Nova Scotia. It's supposed to be special here in Yarmouth.
So I'm doing the mac and cheese because I didn't get it last night. I got a Caesar salad and a garlic toast. Good stuff?
The side coleslaw is pretty good.
Okay, sorry. We're gonna go eat. This morning I'm just gonna take a quick walk around Main Street to see what's up there. So I'll bring you along. We've been staying at the Killam Brothers Wharf. Very easy to come in and clear customs here. Well, they never came down to the boat for us. We just called in and told them what we had on board. We declared everything, and they cleared us. So that's the marina building. That over there is the yellow building, is where we've been eating. Just 2 streets up is Main Street. There's the Waterview Marine Supply Store that's just right up the street. Check out this wall. It's stones and cement. And the Shanty Cafe. It's got some nice outdoor seating. It's closed on both Saturdays and Sundays. But it's a nice little cafe with omelets and hamburgers and things like that. And here we have Main Street. There's a money mart where you can get currency exchanged. We just use our Visa. Everybody's been accepting Visa and it works well. Well, not the washer and dryer. That's interesting. They have a night market on Fridays, 5:30 to 8 on Water Street. We missed that. A lot of seagulls this morning. Bubble Tree Delight. Check this out, Blimey's. It's a British store and gift shop. That's kind of cool. There's a brewery here, the Heritage Brewing Company. A portside pub. Huh. I think we're about at the end of the shop, so we're gonna turn around, check out the other side. Coffees, teas, foods. Nice little place. The Lumberjack's Daughter. Looks like a place that works on sheet metal. A thrift store. For all you viewers that like to hear nature, this is for you. Look at those guys. They are noisy. Iceworks. How did I miss that yesterday? There's a Dairy Queen. Pharmacy, and not only does it have just pharmacy stuff, it also has like snacks and stuff. And that's right up from the marina. Jones's Gym. A lot of free weights. Coffee, tea, espresso lunch. The Sip Cafe. Local eatery. Jake's Family Restaurant. And Old World Bakery and Deli. And there's supposed to be a seafood place farther up there, but I'm not going that far. But there is supposed to be one up there. A seafood pasta place. Check this out. It's an antique store. And it's got like the DVD players, or VHF, records, books. And there's Bert. Star Wars collectibles too. This is the Yarmouth Wool Shop. It's a wool factory, I guess. A yoga place. The Runner's Attic. Hamilton's Fine Clothing. Waterfront Gallery. And a pizza place right up from the marina.
And we are back at the boat and getting ready to go. We have cleaned the boat inside and out, cleaned the dog, cleaned ourselves, done laundry, done some grocery shopping, and we are off on our next adventure. Join us next time.
Havaseas you next time.